Have any of you guys used a truck stop shower before?
No.
I've seen it up close though. I didn't shower though.
I heard it's a good.
Is this a story?
No, nothing like weird or anything.
I was curious.
I just remember every now and then I've been in a scenario where I've got to make like an 8-hour drive and I'm all sweaty and it's like, fuck, I wish I could have it. And I've considered going in one of those places or even getting a motel room just to take a shower real quick. But I've heard they're really nice in there. I don't think there's like crazy stuff going on in there. They got cameras and shit. Like I've always heard they're really nice.
Like, these truck stops are competing for truckers' dollars. So they're trying to keep it nice. If you have a shitty reputation with moldy showers, people won't go there.
Explain Holiday Inn.
Right. And explain American bathrooms in general. I have this friend, he's Dutch, and he's like, this is like a third world country in bathrooms. If you go to the bathroom at like Huddle House or IHOP or something, like there's urine on the ground and like single squares of toilet paper soaking in it. And like this isn't you've seen this scene before.
Yeah.
The faucet.
My bathroom's right there. Yeah.
The faucet, I don't know what the dial is that turns the sink hot water on the faucet, but the handle part, they're like worn and not clean and shiny and dirty and you know the whole fucking thing is unsanitary. You can't put your shorts down by your ankles. I have to like hook them on my calf.
Tie your shoes before you go in there.
Yeah, right.
I get totally naked.
We third world bathrooms.
You can't do that legally in American male bathrooms.
We have if disgusting bathrooms. It's because it's the same thing that makes people awful on the internet. It's the anonymity. If you had to,
I think it's just run amok.
Nobody's gonna know who left that giant turd.
I've done it. I've ruined a bathroom before, but it was I couldn't help it. It was coming out and it went everywhere. And it's like, what am I, a janitor? I'm not cleaning that up. I would have to ask for supplies to get this properly cleaned, and that's not happening. So I just ran for it. But that can't be what happens every day. Now I've seen the people on Reddit who just take shits in line at the dollar store and try to play it off. You haven't seen these videos? Oh my God. I saw this dude. Imagine like 2 shopping carts at a dollar store in line. And the dude who's second in line steps to the side a little and starts kind of having awkward body language and then pulls his sweatpants down just below his ass cheeks and drops a couple turds right there in line and takes a side step away from it. And immediately you see the person next to him go, and like spot the shit. I saw another one. I love shit videos.
What's happening at Dollar Tree?
I don't normally kink shame, but
this guy is passing by an outdoor restaurant. Everyone's on the patio. It looks fancy. I see wine glasses, well-dressed couples, white people. This guy is passing by in the foreground, and he sort of starts jogging a little, and each stride he is shitting liquid diarrhea and splatters onto the ground. Waiter goes, ugh, and starts directing people away from it. And everybody just starts staring at the mess he's made.
Man,
that's in Western countries. Don't even get me started on what I see in the Far East.
In India, yeah.
These people, India, it's considered rude not to shit on the floor in someone's house. It's like, what, he didn't have to go? He said, well, what happened?
I'm not sure if you can show this picture, but I have proof of this. So a buddy of mine worked at Walmart before. He was not a janitor. He was not a cleaner of any sort. He was an employee. They had to call everyone in after the store closed because someone took a shit so big in the toilet. They had to have like a meeting on what to do with it. Some genius.
We gotta get corporate on the line.
This is 100%. I have the picture of the fucking turd if you want to see it.
I would like to see it. I guess.
I actually went and while Kyle was telling that story, I got it. But no, this is a true story. Like, so they're having a meeting. Like, what should we do? We can't flush this thing. It's huge. What do we do? The first, like, some guy just immediately just says, "Let's pour some bleach in there. Let's bleach it." And then they're like, okay, they didn't question it. So they do it, and all it does is it just makes the turd a lighter color. So I don't know what that was about. Makes it a light brown, like an auburn. And then they're like, well, maybe we should just like take a picture of it and send it to a plumber or something. So this is the picture. We call it, we dubbed it the saxophone turd because it's shaped sort of like a brass instrument. Where can I send it at? Where's a good place?
There's a chat on the right.
Okay.
Just tweet
private chat.
Tweet it. If I tweet it, I may get banned.
Just tweet it.
Not anymore.
Tweet it at Hillary Clinton. You'll be fine.
Tweet it at Elon Musk.
You know what? I am gonna tweet it because I can't get the chat to work.
You're gonna just tweet it. All right, Zach, be hard scope and Blame Truth's Twitter, so we can.
It's just gonna be tweeted, and I'm not gonna.
We probably won't be able to see it on this. Can you just look at big pieces of shit?
It's just right. The text should just be burrito night. Damn.
Burrito night.
Or you should claim that shit.
All right, here it is. I'll link it. I can't. I'm gonna have to delete this probably after, but I'll link it right here.
You just tweeted it.
I did tweet it. Yeah, there it is.
Oh
wow! Something about poop is hard to look at.
That is hard to look at.
I gave it a glance.
We're gonna delete it now.
And I did notice that there's a significant amount of it under the water as well.
It's like the Loch Ness monster coming up. Like
the most upsetting thing about it is the water is no longer translucent. It has turned into
foggy.
It's very it's chocolate milk. Like it's
soupy.
I think that's part of the bleach. Yeah.
When your Cocoa Puffs you stir them around a little bit and the milk turns chocolate. Yeah. That's what's happens there.
Dude, this giant shit reminds me of. I remember in grade school, probably like 5th grade or so, I went in to go poop during school, and there was a shit in the toilet that at 10 years old, I did not know shit could be that size. Like it was the girth of it. It was like a soda can and like twice as long. And I was blown away at the size of the shit. But at the time I was like, who the hell is that? I just went over to a different stall and pooped. Yeah. And I remembered that. And the next year, I went over to a friend's house, and I went into his bathroom, and there was like a doppelganger shit of the one I had seen at school. And I knew immediately, I'm like, this guy is
you
the
had like that
pooper.
Eureka, that
I had a
detective
Eureka
hunch.
moment. I was like, oh my God, it's you. You're the one dropping these absolute baby arms in the toilet. These disgusting, ludicrous sea serpents.
You walk out of the bathroom like Phoenix Wright and you point at the guy and you're like,
it was you. Yeah, no, it was like I don't know how it would even, you'd have to like have a stick to break it up. Is that big of a
ever poop in the woods, Taylor?
I have. I
love it. I love it.
Yeah, I was shocked at how big my poops were. And I realized that I had a misconception about the size of my poop in general because it's in the hole of the bowl. Yeah. I really only evaluated the tip of the iceberg. When it was just out there in the flats or in a hole I dug myself. Like I really got to see the impressive magnitude of what I can do.
You don't appreciate the scale until you shit in like a bunch of leaves, you know. And then
I shit in the non-woods. I was it was in
the mall.
It was
in a Dollar General.
It's a Dollar General. Yeah, and I'm tired of Kyle fucking promoting these videos of mine. It's getting more. I was out shooting just in a giant wilderness area of Idaho many years ago, and I was with my ex and her dad, and we were shooting. And Idaho does not have trees the way like the Midwest and the South. Like there's no big giant forests. And I remember finishing some shooting and just having that urge of like, I have to poop right fucking now. Like right now I have to go. And there's nowhere for me to go because we just have a pickup truck and we're in the middle of this giant field. But there was a slight kind of hill, just kind of a hill. And so I was like thinking like, where do I shit? And so I was like, you guys stay here and do not gain the 4 feet of elevation needed to see on the other side of this hill. And so I like ran over there and like got to like a lower part on the other side of this a very gentle, gradual slope, by the way. Like I was like looking like to see if there are any other hunters that were going to be looking at me through their scope while I'm shitting. And I like fired out a shit fast as I could, took off my sock, put my sock on my hand and wiped my ass with my sock.
God.
And it actually
white sock?
It was a black sock,
Thank
but
God, at least.
I mean, I threw it in the field. It didn't come back with me.
Oh, I thought you took it back and watched it.
No.
Okay,
I thought it might be a 2-sock job. It was a 1-sock job. Socks are really good at wiping your ass. So yeah, I've done a little. I'm a bit of a woodsman.
A bit of a Daniel Boone.
Yeah,
you know?
I'm a bit of a survivalist.
I had a similar thing happen. I was on a hike. This was back when I was pretty fat. I don't know if that had anything to do with it, but like, I was hiking something I was not equipped to hike at the time because I was too fat. I was not in shape. So I was hiking like this straight up fucking incline, you know, with a friend of mine. Mm-hmm. We got to the top. I don't know what it was, like the constant just steps up, you know, because there were stairs too leading up to it, like wooden stairs on the trail, cobblestone stairs, whatever. But right when we got to the top, he's just like, "Whoa, man, that's pretty tough." And I'm like sucking wind. I'm like, "It was pretty tough. You need to go over there because I got a shit." And I just told him to go over there, you know, 20-some feet away. And it was a pretty public trail. I could have gotten arrested, but I mean, so you got to go when you got to go sometimes. So
sometimes you just have to go. And at least it's out in the wilderness. A bunch of flies are going to eat it.
Yeah.
You know,
around here. Yeah. So if you go to altitude, that shit lasts forever.
I guess that makes sense.
That's the problem.
Have you ever shit from altitude, Woody?
Yeah.
Like you have one of those those pajama with the buttons, and you just open the hatch. You're dropping little man.
So I have never pooped from a paramotor. I don't think I've even peed from one. But I have hiked at like 12,000 feet and such. And if you do that, shit doesn't turn over like it does here. Dude, I could drop a 1-foot diameter log. This is an actual log made of wood, not a log. in the South, and the bugs and the whatever will make it go away in a couple of years. Yeah, you'll be able to smush it with your hands.
Yeah,
but I could poop at 13,000 feet, and 5 years later come back and visit it.
I wonder how that works on Everest. Like, there's no way you can shit.
I bet someone's taking a shit. I bet someone's taking a shit next to the green boots guy. Yeah.
I bet people pack it out.
I think on Everest they're more concerned about dying than packing up their shit, right?
I bet there's a culture around it. Like 1,000 people go a year or something. You can't have them all pooping up there. Poops last forever.
I don't know, there's dead bodies.
Yeah, I mean, no.
But also like there has to be a elevation where you can no longer safely shit. Where it's like, hey, you can't just take your pants off for 2 minutes and shit because your thighs will be frozen.
Yeah, you go frost your asshole will freeze shut or something.
Yeah, you're gonna get like half of your shit out, and you're gonna be like trying to get it to fall, and it's gonna freeze to your asshole. Now you're gonna be breaking off a shit sickle.
Shit sickle. I would be mortified if I climbed Everest, not at the dead bodies, but if I saw like a saxophone shit like that one I just sent you guys. If I saw that climbing Mount Everest, I'd be like, "This is the omen. Like I'm dying."
It'd be a landmark. A saxophone poop.
Yeah, we're passing big shit.
It's only 3 more hours from here.
My buddy's gonna get such a kick that I shared this. We've been like, we'll randomly send this fucking photo like once a year. This is like a 10-year-old turd, by the way.
Dude, I bet people commenting on it are like, "Dude, what the fuck? Why'd you?"
Yeah, no. I deleted it. It was only up for like 30 seconds. But if you saw it, you saw it. If you didn't, sorry.
It's disgusting.
But, yeah, he's gonna get a kick out of this story being shared. I just think it's funny that the first thought is not like, we plunge it out or like call a plumber. It's bleach it, like pour some bleach on it. That'll dissolve it or whatever.
I can't imagine like any solution but, hey, whoever the pooper is, be honest, go in there with a stick, go to the bathroom department, get a plunger, then just throw it away afterward.
I think they did have to chop it up, like break it up with some
probably
sort of
go to the
stick.
Kitchen section, get a Ginsu knife, get in there, chop that up.
Isn't that basically what a plunger does? Just it breaks it into smaller pieces so it can flush.
I think
the plunger is creating the
force.
suction.
Yeah,
it pulls it out and lets it get another try. But when it goes back through the second time, it's all busted.
No,
up.
the plunger I think actually pushes. I think it's.
I actually use a tuning fork to break.
Plunger is about the pull. Yeah, if you're trying to push with a plunger, you're doing it wrong.
Oh, either way, he's gonna be ecstatic that I shared this story. I think they did have to break apart I think he got in trouble because they broke apart. If I remember the story right. They broke apart the turd with like a broom handle. and then they threw away the broom, and like somebody got mad at, like the manager got mad, like don't throw away the broom.
That's the doo doo broom.
Yeah,
That's the designated shit broom now.
I was gonna say that same thing, Taylor. We were racing to that one.